Hello. Hello and welcome to Super Inclusive Saturday. Some bright air, bright air, okay. Bright light. That's what you say when you're slipping. All right. What do we have tonight on Super Inclusive Saturday? We have this is a preliminary, it really doesn't launch till top of the hour, but we have Magnum Premium Malt Liquor. And their tagline is "Live Life Out Loud." I'm living it out loud because I'm on the internet live. Well, it's not the greatest product in the world, but on the other hand, it's far from the worst. I can get a 42-ounce plastic bottle for $1.99. Oh, yeah, we used to talk bad about the plastic bottles and all of that, but if you want to be techno, they're pretty good value. They don't affect the taste. Like I could say, oh yeah, it makes it taste bad. I haven't noticed that. You know, it's sort of like the wonder of chemistry, the wonders of chemistry. Well, you know, I kind of believe that. Ronnie, yes. Cheers, Ron. Happy Independence Day. Join on up if you want to. Join on up. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Jeremy. One pill makes you smaller and one pill makes you tall. You know, all of those things. Malt Liquor Saturday, Super Inclusive Saturday. Well, I posted the link. Everyone's invited to Super Inclusive Saturday. Now, John and Nilly, we spent last Saturday together, and you saw we did one video after the other. So, like around the fourth, fifth video, we're like, oh, we're gonna do the video. But we handled it pretty well, I thought. One beer he gave me, I told him, I said, you gave me too many beers. I mean, if you gave me 5 or 6, whatever, or even none, I wouldn't care. But I would appreciate it. But he was like this and that and this and that. And I was so ashamed. But he gave me Boulevard Whiskey Barrel Stout, Barrel Aged Imperial Stout. Sold nowhere in Louisiana, to my knowledge. But look at that. Oh, bazam. What are the whiskey barrels? I'd love to know. But like I said, 32 IBUs, 11.8% alcohol. I said, well, they're from Missouri, or somebody told me Missouri. They're from Missouri. McCormick Distillery is in Missouri. We see McCormick whiskey in Louisiana, not prominently, but we see it, you know. So maybe they're using McCormick whiskey barrels. It's one of the old distilleries in America. It's not famous. It's not well known. Their products aren't really that popular, but they are very old. Here's another one he gave me. Dragon's Milk Reserve Scotch Barrel Aged Stout with marshmallow and dark chocolate. See, I don't feel bad about doing flavored beers. No. I do all these inexpensive flavored beers, and even the expensive ones are flavored with marshmallows, peanut butter, chocolate, coffee, strawberry, red currant, lemons, milk, cream, rutabaga, rhubarb, pecans. It goes on and on. So, I mean, you know, like, why, man, should I feel bad? This looks like a bigger bottle than 12 ounces, but I know it's 12 ounces. So why would I feel bad about reviewing flavored, inexpensive beers? Short answer long, I don't feel bad about it. Everywhere I turn is a flavored beer. Grant's. Oh, you had to mention that. Yeah, well, I do feel bad. Now, that's what I feel bad about. Like, I don't feel bad about the flavor. I love ham. It's all America. It's all about America, being American, being a free person to do whatever you're told and wear a mask and not go anywhere and be a prisoner in your own home. That's what America's about. So like, hey man, you know what I mean? You hear what I'm trying to tell you? It's good, Kieran. Do you hear what I'm trying to tell you? I don't feel bad about drinking flavored beer, man. You know, I feel bad about doing grants against Inverhouse Green Plaid and getting it wrong. And it's funny because I was ripping on it, stabbing it, ripping it. I was just giving grants a hard time, ruthlessly, very ruthlessly. And I'm a positive energy projection type of guy. Positive energy projection. PEP. Oh, what an attack. What a ruthlessly executed attack on grants. I gave him no mercy. I said it's harsh, it's grainy, it's tough, it's bold, it's just too bold, it's unpleasant, and you know, all these things I was talking about. Oh, when I looked underneath that glass, I said, now, I guarantee y'all it's grants. I look underneath that glass. You go back and watch the video. I said, oh, it's not the grants. It was the green plaid from Inverhouse Distillery in Scotland. I felt so ashamed. It was too late. The video was live. I had to post it. I could delete it, but that would be a crooked thing to do. Okay. So I just felt like I ain't know what I wanted to feel like. Oh, Ronnie, guess what I saw in a town just 32 miles northeast of me, northeast. I didn't buy anything, though, because they always had these 2-for-1 things, 2 for 1. Well, I didn't want 2, I wanted 1. But I saw MXD, the MXD 12% can beer-based cocktails. I said, oh, the green label and the yellow label. I said, well, where there's one, there's another. And I didn't know what to do. I say, well, they're in play now. Here comes Thomas Meadow, 75.
What's going on?
Just doing Super Inclusive Saturday.
Awesome. Having an MGD. MGD is hard to find these days.
Oh, boy, is it. Thank you, Jeremy. An analogy for life, huh? Communist beers first Wednesday of August. But wait a minute, Ronnie. I thought we were doing beers that you could pair with seafood.
American beers are #1, hands down.
Mexicans,
craft beers are at least.
You know, Mexicans, Canadians, Luxembourgians might disagree. I was trying to encourage Ronnie to join, you know, but he seems reluctant to join. What are you doing, Thomas? Okay. 75, Eric Frauenfelter, also known as Massachusetts Beer Reviews.
Cheers. We are drinking on, it's called the Essential Compass. It's an American pale lager at 4.2% from the great folks at the Trillium Brewing Company.
Of which
American lager, why not?
Of which I've never had. Now I'm going to do a little.
They're using Pilsner malt, local Pilsner malt and crystal malts to the New England area. Yeah, there you go. It's pretty good. I mean, if I was blindfolded, I guess I would say it almost reminded me more of like a German, like more like a German Helles that's got more of like a big bready malt and a big, like grassy, hoppy kind of almost like a Saaz kind of flavoring to the hop. That's what I'm thinking of. So if you like those kind of beers, this one is right up your alley, people.
Okay, well, hold on. Don't jump
That's
the
my
gun.
review.
Don't jump. No, that's not your review. Don't jump the gun.
That is my review.
I'm going to present mine for a minute, and then I'm going to let you go more in depth because I know you like to go more in depth in that little short video. Now, the Magnum, okay, I'm not living in a fantasy world. I know what it is. It's an inexpensive, higher than average gravity beer, 5.6% alcohol. It's made with corn products for their adjunct. I'm not totally unaware. It's bubbly, clear, gold, typical American yellow fizzy stuff, but this is more gold. I'm going to update the comments in a minute. I get this thing cheap right now, so I've been buying it because this is like my 30 pack, but I have to buy 42-ounce bottles. Okay, $1.99 for a 42-ounce. That works out to like about $17.06 for a 30 pack. Well, that's not the best price, but for Louisiana, it's not bad. We don't get great prices like, say, Chicago or other states, but we get really cheap liquor prices now, probably better than any other state. Well, anyway, I'll give you a quick expose. They say live life out loud. Okay, the aroma is interesting. You would say skunked, but it isn't skunked. It's just pungent. It is a clear bottle, so you have to be careful about that. But I got some great dates on these. These dates are like August, September, October, November, December. Really good. Some of them into December. But there's some sweetness. Isn't too sweet. The finish is dry, so it's a dry beer. Back in the 50s, they always emphasize this beer's dry. This beer's dry. That's what you want. You want it to be crisp, refreshing, easygoing. And you want more. The body's kind of light, 5.6% alcohol. Heck, that's not too strong. We always over here drinking imperial stouts and all these barrel aged things, 11.3, 15%. So 5.6 is nothing. And it's got a kind of sort of rich malty flavor. If I was going to drink an adjunct American style lager, and I do basically every day of my life for 24 straight years, but it may have been the 3 days where I skipped. True story. But I might have preferred the old 6% Magnum. It used to be 6%, but whatever. For the last about 20 years, it's been 5.6. Okay. It's pretty mild and enjoyable, and there is a little hop grassiness at the end, so it's not totally denuded or eliminated, from hop bitterness, although it's not a key player in it by any stretch. It's a round beer, but yeah, I like it. I mean, compared to Trillium, okay, yeah, no, it's not going to be that at that level. But then, of course, we're looking at price point. This is an everyday drinker. It's made to drink with a ham sandwich with cheese and some pickles and potato chips or frozen pizza, something like that. It's not made to or with seafood. Oh, good idea. But
ideas.
But it's not made. It's not like a gourmet product where you're going to switch it around and talk about all the erudite characteristics. So yeah, I like it. I mean, I would score it a honestly, this is the kind of product, like, the more you drink it, the more you like it. And people are going to say, it's because of the alcohol, you're getting drunk. But I don't really believe that. I think it's a quality product.
That helps a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it about a 91. It's an A-, but in the world of malt liquor, an A- is almost like a gold medal, So I'm going to go pivot over. I'm going to pivot over to Eric, and then I'm going to update comments, and we'll see if anybody else joins.
Okay. So if I look like my beautiful face isn't on the screen, that's because I'm on my tablet and I'm looking up this little bit of this beer information for everybody. So again, this is called the Essential Compass. It's American Pale Lager, 4.2%. And they're using two-row Pilsner malt from Valley Malt, which is a place that is a farm that produces the malt out in the western part of Massachusetts. And I don't know where Four Star Farms is, but they're producing their crystal hops in it. And then there's another one, American Noble Citra, which American Noble is a registered trademark. There must be another brand or a farm or something. Yeah. And again, Valley Pilsner and acidulated malt. You're only paying $12.20 for a can of this stuff. Let me go back to my beautiful face. Here we are. Here's the can really quickly.
You know what's funny?
Local
you know what's funny? You know what's funny? The whole time you were reading that, you actually had it on your face, but that's okay.
Oh, good. I didn't know how that works on a tablet when I do that. Cool. Right on. All right, baby. So, yeah, in a narrower brimmed glass, or it would have much more head, but you're getting a little bit of haze, and it's pretty, I don't know if this is the best light, but it's pretty golden colored. I would say golden colored on that one. Some bubbles streaming, not a whole bunch. You can detect that soapy, foamy, white-looking head that your American lagers have. And it's just really, really clean smelling. Maybe you're getting a little bit of a lemon or like a lemongrass note with some of the fresh cut grass clippings in there. Not a whole bunch of that. Again, I am getting that Pilsner malt. It's definitely coming off as the biscuity and crackery, as James P. Madonna would love to hear. And maybe a little toasty. That's about it.
I think James had some people at his house today because he was showing some pictures of this African toad, and he was feeding it a huge chicken. Not a huge chicken.
Wow.
And then the toad was eating the chicken. And then another guy was feeding his king snake a mouse, not a rat. Although I wouldn't mind seeing a snake eat a mouse or a rat. I can't stand mice and rats.
That's crazy. I think he owns it. I think he does own a toad. But that giant bullfrog.
Yeah, that big bullfrog. Yeah, the big bullfrog, the African bullfrog, was eating the whole chicken. Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
622. There's your canning. So yeah, as I was saying a little bit earlier, I'm getting almost a German, like Helles kind of a lager flavor. If I was blindfolded, that's what I would think this is. It's got that grassy, almost that Saaz. It reminds me, just blindfolded, of a Saaz hop where it has that spicy herbal kind of quality. But the Citra thing, I mean, maybe a little bit, but I'm not really detecting a giant amount of that Citra hop in there. It's not really got that citrus juicy kind of note to it. Definitely bready and Pilsner crackery, a little bit toasty. Definitely get the lemoniness and what did I say earlier? Lemoniness and like that fresh cut grass clippings, that kind of graininess to it. There's a little bit of like an astringency. There's like a little bit of that's not the right word. A little bit of like a chalkiness when it finishes. It's pretty dry. It's very crisp. I'd say it's on the high side of light.
Yeah, high light.
Yeah, low medium. At 12.20, you're doing pretty good. But I don't know. For maybe an American pale lager, I'm not looking for exactly that amount of hopping. It does have a pretty nice bitterness towards the end. If that's what you're looking for, go for a beer like that. I mean, at 12.20, you can't go very wrong. I'm at least going to give that a 93. I think more malts, maybe less of the hopping. Maybe that would ring a bell to a more of a traditional American pale lager, but pretty good.
12.20. 12.20. Clarify that for me.
Did I say 12.20? When did I say 12.20? Did I say 93 out of 100?
Yeah, but you kept saying the number 12.20.
I don't remember saying 12.20.
Oh.
Does anybody remember that? Comment away and tell me what I said.
What's the ABV?
Roll the tape back, people.
Yeah. What's the ABV?
4.2%.
That's low. Yeah, that's very low.
Yep.
What's the price point?
$12. Oh, that's it. Boom. We found it out. This is $12. for a 4-pack. There was your 12.20.
Yeah, I knew. I knew. I heard.
I forgot entirely until you said that. Yep. There we go, people. Cheap. I mean, you're getting like $17 to $22 for a 4-pack. So there's your deal right there. For most other Trillium beers, they're much more expensive.
Yeah. Well, let's see. 12.20. So that's $3.03 a can. I don't know. 4.2%. Well, I'm gonna let you buy that one. But so anyway, how do you like the
4.20? Yeah.
Have 4.20. Hey, I've never had marijuana. Hey, how do you like the idea? But I tried alligator boudin once. I didn't like it. I don't like to eat reptile meat. I don't like the idea. Oh, and I'll tell you about this huge alligator they found in New Orleans yesterday. That was a crazy story. I'm gonna go get some more drink because it's super inclusive Saturday.
Yeah, I think I had alligator. I think I had alligator tail once at a fried at a fair somewhere. Have I ever had alligator beyond that? I don't think so. I do not think so. But anything fried is bound to be a little bit delicious, right?
I don't know. The Catholic Church was saying around here, well, you could have alligator during Lent because it's an aquatic animal. But I didn't really agree with that because I said you're supposed to have fish during Lent. But I guess reptiles are kind of wishy-washy as far as you don't know what they are. But I wouldn't eat it, but it wouldn't matter to me because I wouldn't eat a reptile anyway. My father likes to eat frog legs. I can't stand frog legs. They taste,
damn.
They taste like some old brackish water. You don't know what brackish water is, huh?
Explain for the audience.
It's like half salty, half fresh. It's like fresh water that's mixing in with salt water. Frog legs. I'm sorry. My grandpa used to eat turtle soup. I'm just not a reptile guy, Here's the Magnum. But golly gee, so to say that I could eat alligator meat for Lent doesn't mean a thing to me because I wouldn't eat it any time of the year. But they found this. Oh yeah, the alligator story. They let's see. Turtle soup.
I've never had turtle soup.
When I look in that bowl and see that green stuff, I say, "Oh no." Hey, the British Day. Oh yeah, Whiskey Scouts riffing off of my post on Facebook.
Yep.
Well, I made some Facebook posts that were unusual, let's call them, but I do that every year. But join up, Whiskey Scout. Join up, Whiskey Scout. Doggone it.
Protect Kermit. All right.
Protect Kermit. Yeah, all right. The frog. But so in New Orleans, I'll turn on the news last night. New Orleans, however they say that on television. But there was this huge alligator that was walking down the street yesterday morning. The people said they went out to get ready to go to work or whatever they were doing at 9 o'clock. They said, "Oh, I'm not talking about an alligator like like you could pick it up. I'm talking about 11 or 12 foot long.
Damn.
100 pounds would just bite you in half with one bite." And they couldn't get over it. So everybody started getting their video cameras out. Their phones. I mean to say, it was the same thing. And they were recording this alligator just walking down Harrison Avenue, I guess it was. And they said, "Look at this thing, They don't know how it got in, but they think it got in. There was a gate open by the flood wall, and it just wandered in. And so the State Department of Wildlife and Fisheries showed up, and they said, "Oh, look at this." But what happened was they killed the alligator. And then some people were upset. "Why'd you kill it? Why you didn't just put it back into the wild?" But the teeth were like this long. They said,
in Louisiana, in the state of Louisiana, doesn't the what's the organization, the wildlife organization down there? Don't they recommend getting rid of alligators that are that big as a risk to people?
Well, the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries would prefer to keep them in the wild. and they roam around in the wild and whatnot, and mostly just floating in the water. I mean, if you drive down the highway around here, you'll see them floating in the water with their head, just their eyes sticking up like this, and their nose. They're just like looking around, waiting for somebody to make a mistake. But
Uh-oh.
But
We'll go swimming there.
Yeah, and then sometimes they'll run out onto the highway and they get run over. But the wildlife and fisheries said they were scared because they thought that if they caught it and put it back in the swamp, that it would just come back. I mean, this neighborhood in New Orleans right next to a swamp, so they said, "Oh, it's going to come." It might be used to people, like it might have been roaming around at night and people didn't notice it was there, and it could be used to people, and it's not scared of people. So they said the problem is if it decides to come back, it's going to be roaming around and killing people's dogs, their cats, and maybe their children, maybe them. So they didn't. They said, "Oh, they just let the man who caught it." They hire these agents, these private people. They let the man kill it, and then he can take it and sell it off for purses, expensive shoes and belts, whatever they do at Alligator.
Right.
But the people were in an uproar. But there's so many alligators in Louisiana; it's not an endangered species at all. I mean, we had 2 of them come in this neighborhood.
The only thing we have to worry about that's like that are giant snapping turtles. Yeah, don't put your hand next to those or your arm. They will bite right through that skin.
Oh, y'all have alligator snapping turtles up there?
Big old snapping turtles. I saw one go down. I saw one literally in the middle of the road. It's like a giant boulder outside somebody's house or in the woods or something. This thing is massive, and you accidentally run that thing over, it's going to do damage to your undercarriage of your car. You do not want that.
Yeah, because down here we have what they call alligator snapping turtles. They have like the spikes on their back, like it's ridged.
Do they up here? I guess they kind of do, yeah.
They have, kind of similar. They have a big tail like an alligator, and they're huge, like hundreds of pounds. They swim around. And they have like a little tongue that comes out when they just lay at the bottom of the pond and they open their mouth. And they're just there's a special tongue that comes out their mouth. And it goes like looks like a little fish. The tongue looks like a little fish that's swimming around. And what they do is they bait fish to come bite it. Well, that's it. I mean, they just have their mouth open like. And when the fish comes by, they just, But if they bit you, they would bite your arm off. I mean, I'm talking about the alligator snapping turtle's head is bigger than my head. These things are incredible. I remember they had one down close to us, and it wasn't even that big yet. And one of the kids put a big branch in its mouth or a stick. It bit that thing in half. They just have a bite that could just potentially do. I don't know what it could do. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, you don't want to know the bite force of that. Yeah, even if you're driving along on the road and you see one literally in the middle of the road, and you think you're doing some kind of service, stopping and trying to help this animal get on the other side of the road, think again on that one. They don't know who you are, and you don't know what they're going to do to you. So just go around and see you later on that one. Stop and pick up a snapping turtle, please.
I saw a strange animal in my yard on Tuesday morning. No, was it Monday morning? No, it was Wednesday morning. I didn't know what it was. I've never seen an animal like that. And people were like, well, was it this? Was it that? Was it this? I said, well, I recognize a raccoon. I recognize a possum. I recognize a cat, a dog, a fox. I never saw this before. It looked like I don't know, like some kind of medieval animal. It looked like I thought it was an ant eater.
Oof.
But 2:30, 2:45 in the morning. But the huge alligator snapping turtles are very scary. I would never go swimming in a pond. Well, I mean, what if they bit your leg? You'd be in a wheelchair. And then the alligator scary. I was driving down the highway the other day, about 2 weeks ago, and I saw an alligator running across the road. And I said, "Oh man, just never know when they're going to show up."
Yeah, don't be a hero, people.
Not in Massachusetts.
No, it's a weird enough place. 24 hours a day, 365 days out of the year. But come on.
We have a lot of bald eagles around here too. Let's see, I'm north of the fall line, and we also have a story about a gator in a pond that used to be someone's pet.
It's somebody's pet. That is the wrong idea there.
I remember back in the early 1980s, somebody was out there in the swamps in Louisiana, and they caught these white alligators.
Mm-hmm.
They were albinos, a whole nest of white. And so they took them to the Audubon Institute. And of course, now they're huge. They might have died. Most of them might have died after all those years. But it was incredible to go to the zoo and see these 10-foot long white alligators, you know.
White.
Yeah, white. White alligators with red eyes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, nutria is a problem because they're not even native to the area that you live in. Didn't that come over on boats from somewhere from the European continent?
No.
The nutria rat.
No, the nutrias came from South America, and they had this idea that somebody had this idea that they were going to help the environment, something like. They brought these.
They do a lot of damage to the environment.
Yeah, they call them a rat. It's not really a rat. A rat, likes to get in your house because rats are too lazy to eat and go hunt for their own food. A nutria is not lazy. They'll go digging around and catch little fish to eat or eat grass. White bird in a golden cage. Yeah. All right, Nina, you should be on. You should join this. Yeah. I saw one stop traffic on US Highway 61 last month, or it might have been in May. All the cars stopped. I was like, why are all the cars stopping? Is there a wreck? No, there was a huge alligator trying to run across the 4-lane highway. I said, oh boy. So what was I saying about the
nutria rat?
Nutria. A nutria likes to live out in the grass and the water. They have webbed feet. A rat doesn't have webbed feet, but they have huge like tusks, like not tusks, but
teeth,
gnawing teeth.
Yeah.
And they mostly stay to themselves, and some people eat them. But I wouldn't eat it. But the problem with nutrias is they and they're huge. I mean, they're big like a rabbit, but it's a rodent like a rat, and they got a tail that long. That long.
Oh, damn.
I remember kids would bring them to school and show everybody and pet them, stuff. But they
do not want to. Yeah.
They're not dirty. They're not dirty, and they're not, they don't bite people or whatever. But they, the problem is they love to dig. They love to dig holes everywhere by the canals. And so what they do is they undermine all the canal banks. So then you got the canals sort of like collapsing and getting clogged up, and the nutrients eat all the grass that could support the integrity of the canal. And so they've had problems with the nutrients basically destroying the canal, which leads to flooding, right? Because you don't get the drainage. So now in Louisiana, there's no law against hunting nutria. You can go out at all hours and shoot as many as you want. And they do sell the fur. Now they do make fur coats, whatever, out of nutria. So people go around they go around New Orleans all hours of the night with rifles by the canal, and they'll shoot them. No limit. And, the sheriff's
department called a rodent for a reason, I would assume.
Right. The sheriff's department said, "Why are you firing a rifle in the middle of the city at night?" "Oh, I'm killing nutrias." "Oh, okay."
I'm doing you a service. All right.
Keep going. No, they won't. They won't stop them. You know. Oh, but it doesn't do any good because they can kill 100 and there'll be who knows how many more.
Yeah.
This
For you, sir.
This is the final beer of the night. I drank 2 Magnums. I drank 1 Berliner Weisse from John and Nearly. It was called Georgia Aquarium Berliner Weisse.
Nice.
And then I drank a Paulaner beer called Paulaner Grapefruit Radler that was sent to me from Germany by Paulaner. Thank you, Paulaner. Hardly a beer. I mean, it's 2.5% alcohol. You'd be up trying to get a feeling from it. I remember
when Rock was young. You and Susie had so much fun, did you?
Right, yeah, Nina. I posted that in Rock and Roll Club. I posted that in Rock and Roll Club on Wednesday. Crocodile Rock. We thought Crocodile Rock was going to be big, but it wasn't. When we went to South Florida, when my father and I went to Miami, Florida, we did see some crocodiles in the canals by the highway. They look different than alligators, but they're basically the same type of thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I did the Paulaner Radler, the Berliner Weisse with the rhubarb and the strawberry that John and Nearly sent me, and then I did the Magnums.
And some Scotch whiskey.
I'm trying to think. I seem like I forgot something. No, I didn't forget anything. And then I did the Scotch whiskey, which was a calamity. You might have watched that.
So I saw, yeah.
I was kind of hoping you wouldn't mention that. I was ripping on that doggone. I was talking bad about it, making fun of it, ridiculing it, bullying it. And then when I looked at the glass, I said, this is the Grants, y'all. This is the Grants. And I looked underneath the glass. And it didn't say Grants. It said other whiskey. I was so shocked and embarrassed. I said, everybody's watching me. What do I do now? How do I back out of this? I couldn't get over that. And then tomorrow, I don't know what your experience is with Scotch whiskey, actually.
A little bit. I haven't really delved super deep into it. I've had some of the single malt stuff. If you really like your peaty, smoky stuff, then you go for Lagavulin, Oban, Lafroig is supposed to be one of the smokiest things on the market, but the Johnny Walker stuff is okay. I don't know that the blue is worth what they charge for it, and if I'm just going to drink an inexpensive one, I'm probably going to go for Buchanan's 12. I don't see why I would deviate from that for the price point. That stuff is really nice.
$35 a bottle, yeah.
It is primo. I would get that over Johnny Walker Red Label any day of the week if I wanted a better tasting blend.
I'll tell you what about the Johnny Walker Blue Label. I have a bottle.
Yeah.
I bought it and I paid a lot of money. I mean, too much money. I paid $226 from $226 plus tax. That's not any kind of value. $242 after tax. I'll get it and show you. It's an interesting story, really.
I think I had a little bit once. A buddy got it for what was his birthday or something. I don't remember. Maybe I was too inexperienced in that product, but I don't remember anything like earth-shattering when I was drinking it.
Yeah. Funny thing about the Blue Label, everybody's like fixated on Elton John right now, but that's good.
Oh, Crocodile Rock. We had so much.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Yes, you and your girlfriend is Susan.
Susie. All right. So
me and Suzanne had so much fun.
All right. So here's the Blue Label.
Yeah. Big old people.
When I bought it, I did a review and I thought to myself, I said, people pay all this money for this? This is what you get? So it didn't seem too remarkable. I was thinking like, wow, I paid all this money and it's just like an A. It is blue though. I mean the bottle. Like I'll show you the glass. You could see that the glass is blue.
Yeah, you can see that now. Yep.
Yeah, blue glass. It's got a chain on the back.
Jingle, jingle. Yeah.
It's fancy, But anyway, well, here's where the rubber hit the road, because I put it into taste challenges with other scotches, and I thought, well, this is going to be just so ordinary. But let me tell you, I have to admit this. When I put it, Johnny Walker Blue Label, into taste challenges with the other scotches, it destroyed the other one. And these were blind taste tests, so I didn't care. These were blind. I didn't know which was which, but it was so obvious. So that's the funny thing about these really high shelf whiskeys. You think, I'm getting ripped off. But by golly, when you put them in the taste challenges, you never get it wrong. I can't see how. Let's look at these comments.
Oh, there's another song.
Yeah, I have that album. I have a first printing also, by the way. A first printing it has a different photo on the cover.
Nice. Ron's girlfriend is Nina, not Susan. Oh, Mike. What?
He's just trying to be a provocateur,
I was going to say, yeah, and make it green. I've never had the green.
Well, I never had the green, but that's on the to buy list.
Oh, definitely a lot less than the blue. All right, good to know that. Okay.
I bought a single malt scotch last week. Whether it's any good, I don't know. I didn't buy the top. I bought the lowest one of the range.
Yeah.
It's $27 plus tax, 2 of my 10. There's a 36-year aged, which ain't gonna be nowhere close to $27. I saw a blended Scotch whiskey. At International Market. It was called. Let me think of the name. It was called. It was from 1974. And the price for one bottle was $10,999.99.
They ain't selling that anytime soon.
$10,999.99.
Just a bottle of booze. Holy moly!
I told my friend David. He was like, "What? What?" I said, "Go look on that shelf. $10,999.99."
You got to take out a loan to buy whiskey. Welcome to 2020, folks. No, you don't have to do that. That's what we're trying to tell you.
Yeah, it was incredible, But I'm trying to think of the brand. It's a common brand. Like if I told you the name, you'd say, "Oh, I heard of that."
Of a Scotch, all right.
It was called. Oh Lord, I'm sure as soon as I cut off the video, I'll think of it. It was from 1973. 1974. It was barreled aged. It was put in a barrel in 1974.
Damn.
And then they bottled it, I guess, last year.
Dang. It's been aging that well. Nice.
But for $10,999, they would have to make an agreement with me to clean my house for the rest of my life, Yeah.
I've seen advertisements on Costco's website that there are some Costco's that will literally sell you barrels of Jack Daniels if you are so inclined to want to buy and own your own barrel to the Jack Daniels. I'm like, what the hell? It's like $5,000 or $6,000 though for your own barrel.
Right. You can buy a single barrel. Yeah, it costs you an incredible amount.
Now you can legit say you own a single barrel Jack Daniels. Maybe not that kind of single barrel, but you know what we mean.
I bet you and Nate never did finish that old Thompson.
No, I should ask him about that. I have a feeling either it's, yeah, I have a feeling it's probably still around. He was not I don't think he was a huge fan of that. Not really. I think it was a little too, I think it was a little rough around the edges for Nate there, yeah. Just a little bit.
Yeah, but it's so cheap, you know. I mean, all you got to do
What do
is
you what do you expect at the end of the day? Sometimes it is about, sometimes the value does make sense when it comes to the price you pay for a product. I mean, maybe not always, but it seems more times that with the liquors, in my experience, in the hard alcohols, you do get a little better experience out of paying a little bit more for it. But that doesn't mean like overall you're going to be absolutely more satisfied. Maybe your tongue is going to appreciate it more. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, Old Thompson, you would take that and mix it with like Dr. Pepper cream soda or something, you know.
Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah. Yeah,
There's
buddy.
there's a lot of new Dr. Peppers coming out, vanilla, cherry, and all that.
That'll
No,
be good. Yeah.
let me
Why not?
let me answer this question. Yeah, International Market is located on Barron Street near Cleary, on in Metairie, Louisiana. It's back there behind you know, well, it used to be Pontiac, the Pontiac Buick GMC,
General Motors.
not GMC. It was a dealer. It's still there. It's a car dealership, but it's right on Veterans. But he's asking about it. Yeah, I would recommend anybody who likes beer, wine, and liquor, especially liquor. You have to. It is imperative that you go to International Market if you visit New Orleans. If you do not, you will regret it. And the Robert the Whiskey Scout told me, he said, I'm going to visit it. It's a strange place because, you know, most of what you see isn't that great, but some of it you just be, oh, here comes James P. Madonna. You'll be obliterated by what you see.
Greetings. Happy July 4th to everyone.
Hello, happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day. And I'm not home. I'm at my sister's house, but I just saw the message from you now. So it's no, I'm not going to make them deaf. She says, "What I'm going to make you guys deaf." So
no.
Yeah, no, because I don't know. I never
you have a microphone. Whoops.
I have a microphone as opposed to other people we know that don't like to use it. There we go. I have it's a spur of the moment thing, but I have here Bola Bardolino. Bola Bardolino.
Bola Bardolino.
Bola Bardolino. I'm having trouble with this word.
Yeah, New Jersey guy can't pronounce the Italian.
Bola Bardolino.
There you go. Yeah.
There we go. It is. It says 2016. Oh, the far. I didn't bring my my magnifying glass. I didn't bring my. That's my Mr. Magoo reading glasses. I mean, it's a red wine. It's like it's dry. Yeah, it tastes like a Cabernet. Not as good as the Shiraz, but it tastes like a Cabernet or a Pinot Noir. It's relatively dry. That's the sun blasting it. Oh, my sister gave me a magnifying glass. Oh, how nice. Okay. All right. Let me see.
Bardolino. Yes.
Bardolino. I wanted to slap the Bardolino for refusing to use his microphone right across the chops. He's getting very arrogant with me, and I says, if you don't watch, I says I'm gonna sick Eric on you.
Please don't. We can talk about that a little later. Mr. Terrio doesn't know the context, I guess.
He don't know.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah. No, he was just being like a rebellious little punk kid, you know. So anyway, it says, oh, it's all in Italian. How the hell am I going to read Italian in here? Let me look in the back. Italian red wine. Oh, gee, like we didn't know already. For over 130 years, Bola has been here comes the violin playing. Bola has been recognized, trusted taste with a quality made by hand-picked grapes from Italy's northeast Veneto region. Polo Bardolino has a rich fruit aroma and fresh berry flavors with a pleasant, lingering finish. And then it tells you what you can eat it with, like it really matters.
A fork and a knife? No.
Sandwiches, a pasta, veal, a grilled lamb, pork, cheese. My sister's watching John Gotti, played by John Travolta, now inside. The Gotti story. Bardolino. Okay.
Bardolino.
The only thing we've learned is that it's Italian red wine.
And it goes with any kind of food you could ever think of, apparently.
Well, I think everything that you like can go with anything that you like to eat.
Yeah, you're your best judgment on what the best pairing for food and beverages.
Right.
Yeah, and this is the second time I've used my Android phone for StreamYard, and it works wonderfully compared to the iPhone.
Quality is not piss poor.
No, and these earbuds and microphone cost me $1 in the local dollar store, and it works.
Bam, sounds good.
Well, it is working well. It's working well. There's no lag. There's no pixelation. There's no nothing wrong.
There's no pixelation. So welcome everyone to Super Inclusive Saturday. And we have the whiskey, Grand High Exalted Mystic Imperial Wizard of Whiskey.
Now, but James, before we go,
I was thinking stir fry. That's why I was so late.
Before we go to the Whiskey Scout, I want to let James close out with his score and everything,
Okay. Aside from all the humor, I like this. I would drink it again, and I would give it, as far as red wines go, because that's all it's telling me it is. I would give it, I would say, in general, I would give it you know what? I'll give it a 92.5 out of 100.
Wow.
92.5. I'm surprised my voice is working very well today. Aside from all the scolding and reprimanding I had to do last night, but that's another story. But anyway, Eric knows though. But anyway, 92.
There might be some I need to go watch. Hey,
probably.
James, y'all having a good time over there?
Yes, we had homemade Italian sausage and peppers and onions, and we had all different kinds of food that my sister and her other half prepared. That's Jay Theriot and Eric from Massachusetts.
We had fresh mozzarella, basil agor, salad, bow ties with fresh provolone.
Yeah, general Italian delicacies and pastries, Italian pastries, cannolis, spiradellis, and it was a lot of food. It was good. It was good. The sausage was really, it was high quality meat because you can tell there was no gristle. They were not greasy at all. Yeah, she's the one that makes the deep dish lasagna in the roaster pan, the really high deep dish.
Yeah.
That sounds
She made quiche, zucchini quiche. Yeah, and she does the smoked glazed ham very well. So anyway,
tell your sister we said hello. Nice to see her for a moment, but tell her hello.
Oh, they said hello. Nice to see you for a brief moment.
I'll tell them likewise. Thank you so much.
Yeah, she's she's a career girl, but right now she's locked down.
Oh yeah.
Like everyone else.
Like everyone else. Yeah, she had a good job, but
Now I'm just cooking and eating.
Now she's cooking and eating. So anyway, yeah. So she had really good IT, and a job working with computers and stuff like that for a pharmaceutical company. But you know, what are you gonna do? You know, you got to suck it up and deal with it. But anyway, it's good. I've had much worse wine than this, and I've had better. I like Yellowtail Shiraz better, but this isn't bad. It's like a Chianti, Jay. To be honest with you, it's more. It reminds me of like a Chianti type of wine, but it's pretty decent. So I'm not sure what Jay. What did you and Eric? What did you feature today?
Well, Eric did a Trillium beer, and I did a mass production stronger beer. I did Magnum, and it was fine, but it's not spectacular, you know. But Eric did a little fancier product.
Little lager beer from Trillium, pretty good stuff. Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. Eric always brings great craft beers, and the one that Jay brought last time was great. Oh, is that what you brought, Paps?
I'm bringing that now. Yeah, red, white, and blue. Why not? It's colors for the day. But I do want to hear if Whiskey Scout's got some nice product to share with us.
Yeah, we're about to go to the Whiskey Scout.
Yeah.
He's being patient. He's being very patient. Okay.
There you go.
Manja.
Valentine.
Okay.
Manja.
Not a very expensive product. This product is a very inexpensive product.
Right.
But there's a reason that I have found a purpose and a use for it, like its brother of the Passport Scotch.
Now show
this
us
is more a little bit.
Show us Valentine's because a lot of people don't know about it.
Valentine's? Valentine's is an old name. They've made Scotch for a long time. They do make more expensive blended Scotches. This one is the entry-level blended Scotch. I do have a Valentine's 17 up there that is a lot more expensive. And it actually won an award several years ago in Jim Murray's Book of Whiskeys as the best blended Scotch for the year. Excuse me. But that is not this. These you can't compare the two. It's 40% ABV. It's more than likely colored. And your Valentine's, like your Passport, they sell very well to the tropic latitudes. You know, your countries along the equator within the tropics, it's always a little hotter. They sell well there because they mix well. But to be all fair, to have a fairness, we have to look at the blend itself. And it comes across its apples. There is a multi content, but there's also a heavy grainy content, cedar note coming across with the grain. Ever so bit of a salty note to it on the nose. There's a slight tannic note. I would not call it wood, just tannic.
Yeah.
And that's about it. It speaks to maybe kind of green casks were used, not very well seasoned casks, or where too many were used, and you're no longer getting the vanillins out of the wood now. You're just left with just the tannins. That's all that's really left.
That's a pretty old brand, right?
Yeah. Oh, they've been around. I'd have to look up the exact date. I don't know. My actual bottle is from 2014, 11/3 of 2014. So it's 5.5 years old, roughly. Palate.
Salud. You like to break those glasses, Jay? What the?
Yeah.
I never break them.
I've had 3 accidents.
Huh. It's really slightly malty, almost a hay note. It brings in the apples for the sweetness, maybe a touch of honey in there. Very short finish. We're done. There is a certain level of vanilla richness that's in there that you actually get on the palate that I do not pick up in the nose. So there is some vanillins in there. But now, by itself as a product, I'm going to say 78. It's just.
Oh, no.
Well, you would probably score it in the 90s, okay?
Oh, Robert. Oh, Robert.
I'm just being honest here.
Yeah.
This is where this product shines.
Robert.
Well,
Then we take some tangerine, sparkling water. We fill the rest up with that. And this is how they serve it in any of the hot countries. This is mostly how they drink it. Scotch and soda.
Not drinking it neat, swishing around and talking about how elaborate it is.
No, they're not discussing that. Now, in this manner.
Yeah.
Extremely palatable. In fact, it's kind of a balance between the tangerine and a little bit of that apple from that Scotch. You get none of the maltiness, none of the vanillas. You get mostly this. You don't get none of the alcohol kick. We can add a little bit more, see if we can try to bring it around.
Well, Robert, watch it. Watch it.
Watch it.
Yeah. He's a whiskey scout. He knows what he's doing. He's drinking.
Really, Ron? So we've added another shot to one we've already taken.
I think Robert sometimes watches my whiskey taste challenges and doesn't comment.
Yeah, why?
Oh.
We're not going to see eye to eye, and there's no sense. My grandmother told me sometimes if you don't got something positive to say, just don't say anything at all.
Oh, Robert. Oh, Robert.
Oh, Ron, I watch them. I comment sometimes, but sometimes I don't. It's just the normal. Much better. I do get more whiskey in it now since I've doubled the amount of whiskey per volume. It's still a balance. It's still a comfortable. There's a comfortability there that you're not really detecting any alcohol at all. So,
whoa, hello.
My God.
Whoa, hi.
There's strange issues there. Anyway, like this, we're going to give it a 90. It's a good drink, just like this.
Yeah.
All right.
Not a sipper. It's a mixer.
No, it's a chugger.
Yep.
I'm still trying to think. It's driving me mad. It's really driving me crazy. We're about to go off the air, but I'm trying to think about what
zucchini.
Yeah. What is this blended? There's a blended Scotch whiskey that International Market has. It's from 1974. It's called whatever, 1974. And they've got a single bottle in a gift pack, of course, for the low price of $10,999.99. And I cannot think of the name.
I don't know.
Blended Scotch whiskey. When I looked at that, my jaw dropped. And I told my friend David, I said, this is no joke. It's $10,999.9.
Hello? That is a lot of money for whiskey. Damn.
Right.
They got a store in Wichita with the bottle of, I don't know what it is, some Macallan. I think they want upwards of $20,000 for it. But it ain't. You can get, I've seen the Balvenie 50 they got that comes in that spiral box. Usually it's for sale somewhere between about 30 to 50,000, depending on where you're at. They will figure it's like almost $1,000 a pour out of the bottle. So it's astronomical.
Let me answer this question before we get off the air. And I'm going to let everybody have a final thought. Okay, FACP lives close to me. If you go into International Market and you go onto their whiskey aisle, you know, where they got all the whiskey and the brandy, at the very back part of the wall where they got the that case, that glass case, look up on that case, and they've got this I don't know why. I have a mental block. I cannot think of it. But they've got it in there, and it says 1974 vintage. They put it in the barrel in 74. And I think they took it out the barrel in 2019. You'll see it in there. Now, I mean, somebody might have bought it. It may be gone now. But I saw it there recently. They got it for $10,999. It's there. I promise you. I looked at that thing up and down, sideways and backways. And boy, if I know as soon as I lay in my bed tonight, I'll think of the name. It'll kill me, you know. And well, it's not a brand that you would ever dream of paying like $100 for, you know.
It's not a Doers or something.
No. And when I went to Sazerac House in New Orleans, there's a blended Scotch whiskey. It's a 50-year age, 1969 to 2019. And it's called The Last Drop. The Last Drop. And they've got it on sale. They've got it offered for $5,000 or best offer.
$20 best offer.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work. So now I have nothing else to say. I mean, I've done mine, and tomorrow I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, except for I'm planning to do a Dawn Busters. But beyond that, I don't think anything much is gonna happen. So Eric, you got any final words?
Yeah, this was the first one that I drank today. This was a American Pale Lager, 4.2% from the Trillium Brewing Company, made with some local malts and hops. This is their Essential Compass. I gave that a 93. Yeah, I like that one. You got to like more of a hoppier, on the maltier side of a lager, almost like a German Helles is what it reminded me of, blindfolded. And I'm finishing off with the Pabst Ribbon because red, white, and blue, baby. I guess today I would give that an 85. It's comparable to a certain extent to the Trillium, but not really in most regards. But as far as adjunct of regular lagers go, that to me is still one of the better ones on the market that I can find with some ease.
Right. That's fair. That's fair. 85. That's fair. Now, James, what do you any final thoughts? James P. Madonna?
No, not really. It's good to catch the second half of Super Inclusive Holiday Special Saturday, Independence Day. It's about it, really. Everybody's enjoying their food, barbecue, whatever, and fermented beverages. So, this is all I have to say is there are more knuckleheads these days than there were in the past, and Eric knows what I mean, and that's all I have to say.
There's just as many of them out there in the world as there ever been, yes. But I know what you mean.
No, it's not. It's not McAllen. It's not McAllen, Joseph. No, so James just has to teach some people how to use audio properly, right?
There are people who yes you to death and lie to you, and then when you expose them, they have a tantrum like a child, and then they refuse to use something that a certain someone bought them, was kind enough to buy them, wink wink nod nod, on live stream. Oh, by the way, speaking of live stream, now the CEO of StreamYard has become very generous, and you can now have 10 people on video as a guest on the StreamYard show.
But wait, Eric,
you pay a monthly fee for StreamYard.
Yeah. You gotta pay for it. You gotta pay for it. It's called basic, but the basic is not the lowest level. The lowest level is called free. James, it's a scam.
Oh, that sneaky geek. You mean to tell me? Oh, he's doing a bait and switch. In other words.
Yeah.
Well, no. What he's doing is he's saying that the basic is not the lowest level. The lowest level is called free.
Oh, that. Oh, wait till I go on the next. Wait till I do the next show. That little geek.
You know what the basic level is? The basic level is, James, the basic level is $20 a month.
You mean to tell me I was getting my hopes up high for nothing?
Unless you want to pay $20 a month.
No, I ain't paying. I'm not paying to do these shows.
It's free to have the little duck on the screen, whatever.
Right. Now, Whiskey Scout. Whiskey Scout. Any final words, Whiskey Scout?
No, I was cooking my stir fry, watching you for a long time, and then I got done. You guys were still on, so I thought I'd join the last minute. We're going to do our big barbecue tomorrow. I got ribs upstairs thawing out, so tonight was just me and the wife, and I did the stir fry for us. So nothing else.
Okay. I tell y'all what, if I think of the blended Scotch that was $10,999, I'll post it in either Alcohol Legs or a Beer Talk. I just can't think of it, but I know I'm going to lay in bed tonight and be like, "Oh, you fool! What a fool I've been."
Yeah.
But it's an interesting thing.
Well, the 10 guests wouldn't have worked out anyway, because it'll be like mayhem, chaos. 10 people talking at once.
Oh yeah, when you get 6 people on a hangout, it becomes almost unbearable. Really, honestly, I watch these things with 6 people, and it's not too enjoyable.
Yeah, they got people in the basement. They move them up like the Brady Bunch. They move them up, move them down.
Yep.
We've got Dawn buses tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. Central. That's 3:30 a.m. 3:30 a.m. in California. So if you're in California, you can't sleep, and you wake up at 3:30, you can watch me taste whiskeys and probably get it wrong, because after today I'm so shook up. After today I'm so shook up. And then Stout Sunday's coming at 10:30 Eastern time tomorrow morning. That'll be exciting. I have a bourbon barrel aged from Boulevard that John and Illy gave me. I can't wait to try that.
Nice.
Then Wild Card Wednesday is Wednesday, and Malty Monday is American Adjunct Lager on Malty Monday at 7:30 Eastern time, right? Yes. Any American Adjunct Lager. Oh, Alcohol Legs, easy. FACP. Yeah. If you're a member of Facebook, if you're on Facebook, just look up Alcohol Legs, and you can join. And if I don't see you till tomorrow, it doesn't matter. Tomorrow morning I'll add you. If I see it tonight, I'll add you. But tomorrow morning I'll add you, so then you can look at all our posts. Yeah. Easy as pie.
Is it Invergordon?
What? The 10,999?
Yeah, but even the Invergordon, that 1974 45-year-old Invergordon's only $324.58.
Damn.
No. This is something that you would be appalled if you saw the name. You'd say, "Oh, these people are mad. They're out of their minds." And I'll say, "No, it's a 1974 barrel. It's
like Glenlivet."
No,
Glenlivet's a single malt.
No. Get back to us on that.
I got too much going on. Oh, you don't have Facebook where you can't join out.
Not Chivas. It ain't Chivas Regal, is it?
No.
Black and white.
No.
Dang, you're Cuddy Sark, maybe a Cuddy Sark of some sort.
No, it's not that. It's not Chivas Regal. It's not Grant's. It's not
Doers.
Valentine. It's not Valentine. It's not Johnny Walker. Johnny
Famous
Walker.
Grouse, maybe?
No. I was thinking about that when I was walking today. But I swear to you, by tomorrow morning, I'm going to think of it, and you're going to be like saying, "Oh, no, that can't be. That can't be."
They done lost their minds what I'm going to be thinking of.
How'd you like the Grants, Jay?
Oh, I was kind of hoping he wouldn't mention that. I was talking bad about it. It's funny because I did a hangout today, and Eric knows he's saying, "Oh yeah, I was doing a hangout earlier this afternoon, and I was talking bad about Grants. I was saying it's so harsh, it's so rough, it's so terrible." And I mentioned James. I said James Madonna likes it, And then I said, "Oh, this whiskey's so it just doesn't live up to anything in it. And then I said, well, I'm going to show y'all. It's Grant's. And I lifted up the bottle. I mean, the glass. It wasn't the Grant's. It was the other whiskey. Oh, it was the other whiskey I was talking bad about. It was the Grant's that tasted good. So I guess I like the Grant's, but I hate that video, and it's posted. But how do I get around that, y'all? How can I block it without people saying I'm blocking stuff?
Just live with it.
No, you do. The truth shall remain.
Hey, Whiskey Scout. I gotta live with it, right?
Yep. I did things I gotta look at and go, well, it is what it is. I should have never picked that, whatever it was. There's no way in heck I would have ever picked that one that won my challenge. I knew, what was it called? Inverhouse is the Green Plat, I think.
Yeah, right. I got that. That's the one that I got it confused with today.
Oh, really? I liked it. I was surprised. And that was done blind. Everything was $20 or less in my challenge. I had 16 bottles. I had Cuddy Sark. I had a lot in there. The one that I would have picked to win, I couldn't because I know it. I've drank enough of it in my life. It's really good. And right now the name totally freaking escapes me. Excuse my language, but I just can't figure it out. I'm like you. I'm drawing blanks now.
Right. Scary, isn't it?
But the Invergordon, every time it went up against something else, I'd always pick it as, oh, this has got to be the Invergordon. And it would never, it was the first place one. And I was like, what?
Right. So Inverhouse, not Invergordon. Inverhouse tricked me up today. So, well, look, y'all, I hate to cut off, but I got to roll. James, thanks for joining me from your on location.
You're welcome.
Eric, Thomas Metal 75, Massachusetts Beer Reviews. Thanks for joining me from Massachusetts.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks to the Whiskey Scout for joining us from Kansas.
Thank you.
I like your clean cut look. It's nice.
Shows my gobbler off.
Oh, well, heck. I want to thank myself for joining in Louisiana. And I know as soon as I lay down, I'm going to think of that $10,999 Scotch, and I'll be posting that tomorrow because it's going to tear me up.
I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah, my daughter does disagree with me politically, but she's sort of open-minded, so I think I'm going to convert her over the years. Okay. Thank you, Simon. Thanks, everybody. And y'all take care and have a safe, independent night. Don't hold the sparkler like a baby doll.
No.
Or the Roman candle.
Right.